Hi, it's Dan from BPMS again with new tutorial. This time it's regarding the grease control devices and dealing with notifications about them. Actually, it's more about surveys because that's how they work. Now, before you begin with these, you have to make sure that these letters are active, right? So click on Documents, go to Letters, and go to, in case if you don't see them in here, and I don't, then I can go to Inactive Letters tab, and I will find them here. Here they are. I need to activate all of them in case I want to use them. So I'm going to go back to Active Letters, and here they are. So make sure that they exist in this Active Letters list. Okay, I'm going to close out of this, and let's go about it. Now, there is 3 scenarios I want to talk about. First one is going to be, each time actually, you need to basically go to facility and inspect, and sometimes it's going to be, let's say, facility that doesn't have grease traps. You're basically assessing the situation, you define that they should have, you can send them information letters and all that in regards to it. Or there is going to be a situation where you already have a grease trap or any other device similar, and basically you go and inspect and realize everything's fine, then basically next time in 3 months, depending how you set it up, you're going to be notified again. Or it could be a situation that you inspected and they need to do something. They need to additionally clean it or do absolutely anything in regards to fixing the problem. So, okay, let's go about it. I usually go from facility. Here is one facility already set up. And I can look here if there is any surveys inspection done already about it. Not yet. If I look at the grease control tab, I can see that I can set few things. To begin with, I can set the cycle start basically here. So I will say that inspection will be done, for example, every 6 months. And next inspection, today's date is 17th November of 2011. I'm just going to say that's actually 1st November. So 11/1/11 should give me the 1st November. So if I go and close out of this, if I go to my reminder will tell me that I have a grease control letter to send. This is basically an announcement. This is something that BPMS, by working with people who already do grease control inspection, they basically first go and send the inspection letter like this to tell that they're going to show up and look around. So I'm going to prepare. This letter is already chosen. There is survey info right now. This is just in letter that I'm announcing my presence there, so I don't have to really deal with this right now. I'm going to leave only print letters and only primary contact, and I'm going to go to preview, then print. You can go to print directly, of course. Here is my merge fields, and that's how they were merged here. And here is the letter. So let's say we printed it out by using this icon here, merge to printer. And we close it. I'm not going to save because I didn't do anything, but I will say that the letter has been printed successfully. If I close out of this, I will see that my reminder is empty now, which means my letter has been sent. Now, where do I see that the letter has been sent? If I go to facilities again, you can always go to surveys, but I like to go through facility because that way I see everything. I see devices, I see customer, and absolutely everything. And if I go to my survey now, I can see that the letter was sent on 17th November, right? So now it depends. You went down there and we said we're going to have 3 scenarios. Let's say this is a scenario in which you went there and you realize they still don't need, in this restaurant, let's say they still don't need anything to put. So basically they met all the requirements. So you're going to say when you inspected it, let's see it was today, November 17th, 2011. Inspected by, I already put my name here. However, you can double click, open a form and add more people in case you need different inspectors, right? So I can actually, as soon as I hit meet all requirements, I will be getting date fully complied, which would be today's date as well. And my next inspection would go 6 months ahead because that's how we set it up. So let's see how that works, right? So I got date fully complied. I got my next inspection. If I close out of this, I will see these details here. It's completed. And if I go and look at my grease control tab, I will see that my next inspection is to be on 1st May 2012, just to show it. And yeah, there is another thing. If I go to my reminder, I will be also getting meets all requirements letter, because that's how BPMS was set up. You can turn that letter off so it won't pop for you. But basically, this is a letter in which you would say that the survey was completed and everything is okay there, right? I'll go to preview the same way. Print and preview. And you basically just say that everything was inspected, meets maintenance standards and everything. So this way, a letter basically concludes the survey that you performed. As I'm saying, you don't have to send this letter. You don't have to use it at all. But right now, since it's been active letter, I'm just going to say yes. I printed it, I sent it. I say close, and my reminder is empty now. Again, if I go to my facilities, if I go to grease control, it will tell me that my next inspection is in May 2012. So just to simulate that, let me say that it's June 2012. I'll change my calendar. I'll go here and say it's June 2012, 1st June, for example. Apply, okay. If I go to my reminder, it should tell me that I have again to send the letter announcing that I'm going to go and inspect this facility. I can see in details here what was expected. Last letter sent was then. And so that's how you go about basically maintaining your cycles of surveys. Okay. Now, what we can do is we can also say that, well, let's say that we have this date now. It's at June 2012. And we have to send this letter. So let's go about sending this letter this time. Once we send it, and once we've been there, we're going to state some requirements. Let's say situations has changed. So first I'm going to preview. Again, I'm previewing the document. Sorry for me rushing with this, but I'm just faking that I'm printing, so I'm not. I'm closing the document, saving no changes, and saying that I did print the document. That's what I'm faking, right? So if I close out of this, my reminder is empty again. But if I go to facility, if I go to surveys, then I can see that I do have actually a survey sent before inspection, because that's a new one. That was the last one here. So if I go here, I can now state some requirements. And let's say that I inspected it on, I don't know, I was saying it was April, so I'll still say 01 May 2012. Okay, and inspected again by this guy. Date fully compliant. It's not I mean, there is no compliance yet because I'm realizing they need to put something. So I'm going to say changes are required. I'm going to put this check mark because this way I'm going to get a letter to send those requirements. And I can list them in here. I can say you need to put a grease trap device. Okay, this is simplified. I'm not going to go into details where, what, or whatnot. So just basically I'm going to say that that's it. If I close out of this, and if I go to my reminder, see, my reminder is actually giving me a letter to send that some corrections are required. That's just due to us putting the check mark at that particular field there. And so now I can send this. I can go here. It's that letter. Now this kicks in. What I stated as a requirement, if I leave this radio button here, it would want to put requirements that I type in here. But actually, if I want to get requirements that I typed in a form previously, I'm going to put this radio button at leave unchanged. And again, I'm just printing letter. Let's preview this. Okay,